KHL action is back from international pause, and we've packed a lot for you tonight. My name is Andreas Sachenko, and you're watching Daily KHL Update. Magnitogorsk is already in winter mode as we make our way to the rink where Metalurg faced the arch-rival Traktor. Vladimir Yurzinov Jr. is making his debut as the head coach of the visitors in this one. Homeside gets off to a decent start. Midway through the opening period, defenseman Yegor Yakovlev skates to the slot, finds loose change in front of the net, and scores his fourth of the season. He comes on a power play. Traktor responds a few minutes later as another defenseman finds the back of the net. Vitaly Kravtsov finds wide open Jesse Virtanen with a rink-wide pass, and he scores his fourth of the season as well. 1-1 after 20. Second period now, and Metalurg scored two in a row. First, Alexei Bereglazov fires it home from the midpoint. And just 18 seconds later, Bogdan Patekin doubles the lead for Magnitogorsk on a quick transition play. Curl, drag, snipe. They make it a 4-1 hockey game early in the third period. Tic-tac-toe, and Dennis Rasmussen has his sixth of the year. Eric Odell and Bogdan Patekin with the assists. Patekin lights it up again, 18 seconds past the halfway mark of the period. He has 2 goals and 3 points on the night. Traktor sweetened the pill a bit as late in regulation, Nikita Sherbak scores his first goal after joining the team from Avangard. It doesn't help them much though. Yurzinov's debut is spoiled as Bogdan Patekin enjoys his first career 3-point game. Metalurg 5, Traktor 2. We travel to Cherepavets now, where Severstal do battle with Boris. Onside open scoring late in the first period. Former Lokomotiv forward Kirill Kapustin jumps to the slot from behind the net and beats Eddie Pasquale on the wraparound. Midway through the second now, Ilya Koklov makes a great pass to Makar Koparov who must score, but he gets robbed by Eddie Pasquale. That's something worthy of Hasek's repertoire. Late in the period now, Severstal in transition. Vladislav Kadala skates to the slot, backhand shot, and another huge save by Pasquale to keep it a 1-goal game. Boris found the equalizer on a power play 6 minutes into the third period. Eric Timgretti gets the marker, while Darren Dietz and Roman Starchenko draw the helpers. It goes to overtime just under 3 minutes into it. Vladislav Podipolsky gives up a rebound on a soft shot by Oktama, and Anton Sagadeyev buries it. Severstal lose their 9th consecutive game. 2-1 overtime is your final. How about another rivalry? This one is probably the biggest in the land. Red Army face Spartak in Moscow. The red and white strike first. 8 minutes into the game, Artem Fedorov takes a quick shot from the circle, and it goes in of Mikhail Yunkov. 1-0 Spartak. They make it 2-0 just a couple of minutes later. Ilya Zubov gets to the net and beats Lars Johansson high on the short side. Red Army get a goal back less than 2 minutes later. Alexei Marchenko dropped deep into the offensive zone and hits the twine on the broken play. Soon after that, Mikhail Grigorenko checks it to the far post for Anton Slepyshev, who gets a shot away but hits Julius Hudacek and the puck stays out. Second period now, Maxim Sholinov takes a wrist shot, and this time it's snared by Julius Hudacek with some confidence. Midway through the period, Alexander Popov steals the puck short-handed, storms down the ice but misses the net entirely. Popov steps into the spotlight again late in regulation. Red Army are out there with the extra attacker, carries in front of the net, and Popov pokes it in for his first of the season. With 45 seconds on the clock, Red Army force overtime. We're in the last minute of the extra period. Kaspars Gaugavich puts on a great move, passes it to Zubov, and it goes in. It hits his foot first, but then Zubov seems to ever so slightly touch it with his stick, and it counts. Reigning champions lose their 4th game out of the past 6, and Spartak beat Red Army for the first time in over 6 years. 3-2 overtime is your final. We move on to Kazan now for a clash between the top 2 teams of the East, Avangard and Hatain Akbars. We pick it up late in the first. Rob Klinkheimer steals the puck in the neutral zone, rushes to the net, tries to go high, but Timur Bilalov has his number. Akbars get on the board just under 5 minutes into the second. Mikhail Fisenko scores his 6th of the season as he buries his own rebound. Soon after that, Andrei Pedan attempts an outlet pass, snaps his stick in half, turnover, Sergei Shimakov with a chance to tie it, and it's gloved by Bilalov. Home team doubles their lead early into the third. Vladislav Kara snaps it home from the hash marks. Viktor Tikhonov gets his first point since joining Akbar from SKA St. Petersburg in his very first game in the green. They ice it late in regulation as Justin Azevedo scores on the empty net. Timur Bilalov took 26 shots for his 6th shutout of the year. He sets a new club record, and he's now just 20 minutes away from updating league shutout streak record as well. Hogwarts will face struggling Tractor in their next game. 3-0 is the final in KZ tonight. We're in Minsk, Belarus now, where Dynamo made Torpedo, and you better buckle up for this one, because it's nothing short of crazy. Dynamo strike just out of 4 minutes in. Francis Perez left all alone in the slot, and he sends it home off assist by Igor Martinov. Late in the period now, Torpedo are down 2 men, and Minsk makes them pay. Timo Polkinen slams it home for his 10th of the season. That's his first game back after missing a month, and he's already on the board. Torpedo get a goal back 4 minutes into the second. Daniil Virayev finishes off the neat passing play from one knee. Dynamo restored a 2-goal margin midway through the period. Rookie Roman Dostanko scores his first career KHL goal in his first career KHL game. Doesn't get sweeter than that. Torpedo pulled back to within one less than a minute later. Mikhail Orlov puts it on net from the blue line, and it goes in upon Zerbilevich, 3-2. Short after that, Captain Denis Barantsov makes a quick rink-wide pass to Artem Alayev, and he blasts a rocket past Yana Senra. Tie game. Not for long though. Francis Perez scores his 2nd of the night and 7th of the year to give Dynamo a 4-3 lead. Dostanko gets a late penalty, and it spills over into the third. Barantsov snaps it from mid-point, and Anton Shelfish chips it in. They exchange goals after that. First, Artem Dimkov nets it from the doorstep as Andrei Kostitsyn gets his 2nd assist of the game. And with 2 minutes remaining to play in regulation, Shelfield takes it home on the rebound for his 2nd of the night and 5th of the season. Overtime solves nothing, so it goes to the shootout, and Ryan Spooner scores the winner for Dynamo. Torpedo tie it 3 times, but still lose 6-5 in the shootout. We make our way to Riga, Latvia now, where now the Dynamo Riga lays him up against Salavati Live. Not a lot of scoring in this one. The Versus break the deadlock midway through the second. Mr. Kugashev throws it to the slot from behind the net and banks it in off a defenseman. Video review confirms that the puck crossed the line. It's a goal. Dynamo bring it back to square one late in the period. They win a face-up in the attacking zone, and Neri Salishauska sends it home with a huge clapper. It goes to overtime, and Salavati wins the extra point. Alexander Burmistrov drops it for Dmitry Kugashev, and Kugashev scores his 2nd of the game to end it. Salavati Live take it 2-1 in overtime. And just a few more scores to tell you about. Neftchimik beat Dynamo 6-3 on the road for the 10th consecutive win, and they soared to 3rd place in the East. And finally, Lokomotiv defeated Sibir 2-0 in home ice. Anton Lander with 2 points, Magnus Pajarvis Svensson with the goal, and Alexander Lazushin with his first shutout of the season. That's it for a KHL update, but do come back tomorrow. We're going to have 4 more games, including Kunlun Red Star versus Yakurit and Avton Bilist against Sochi. My name is Andrea Sachenko. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.